But I'm sure some of you have seen these videos coming from Seedance 2.0. If you haven't, go check them out. If you don't know what it is, it's ByteDance, which is the company behind TikTok. It's their newest text-to-video generation model. Now, I know the trendy thing last year was to call all AI content slop, of course, besides my very well done fake AI news. But most of it was. It was like a lot of it was just like, here's a fucking cat dancing or a dog eating spaghetti or whatever. It's just like, which, by the way, my wife sends me this shit constantly. She's just like, look at this. Look at this. People love it. People love this AI slop. And most of it was slop. It's not anymore, though. Like, that's the crazy thing. Normally, the jump from slop to non-slop, the way tech has moved in the past, it shouldn't have happened inside of 6 months or a year. It should have been like, oh, we're in the slop phase. We're in the slop decade of AI. And it lasted for like, I don't know, 6 months. Like if you're in a Star Wars or shit like that, Star Trek, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, I have fantastic news for you. There are going to be full-length TV shows and movies that will be indistinguishable from the real thing. Like if you personally have ever thought, hey, you know what? That movie sucked. That version of this movie sucked. I can write a better version of some established IP that exists. You can do that too. And these video generation tools, currently still the clip length on them is like 10 to 15 seconds, so it's not quite feasible yet. Within the next 12 months, you're going to be able to crank out probably 10 to 15-minute videos. Rumor is that there's a Seedance 3.0, which will be the next one. We'll be able to do basically between, I think I was reading some Chinese guy basically saying that they've managed to push it up to 18 minutes and reliably do 10 minutes rendering videos. So the movie business, fucked. Do I care? I don't really care about the movie business anymore. Once upon a time, I had some designs on being part of it. I don't know how it's going to exist or in what format or context it's going to exist. They should be worried, though. But I don't really feel bad for them because they stopped making original content, in the last 10 years. They make some original stuff, some original movies, TV. But for the most part, they just relied so heavily on their, this tried and tested IP that really they were just doing the manual version of what these AI models are doing now. So, if you didn't like the last episode of Sopranos, you will literally be able to make your own version very soon. You didn't like season 2 of The Wire? Well, you can make your own season 2 of The Wire. And it'll just be that. You take just the little excerpts of it and you go, here's the whole new season. Now, I have no idea how this stuff will be distributed really. And that's another thing too, is like, obviously there's going to be tons of lawsuits. I saw this thing from like the Actors Guild being like, we don't like this. Well, guess what? Here's a problem. These companies are Chinese. They don't give a shit. You ever heard of Canal Street? They do not give two shits about intellectual property in China at all. They couldn't give a fuck, okay? So, now, look, I have no clue if you were to make, say, an episode of The Office or Star Wars or whatever, full 2-hour feature-length, 3-hour feature-length Star Wars. I don't know where you would put it. I don't really know. You obviously can't put it on YouTube. Most social networks will basically comply with copyright law, remove them. So maybe it'll be back to torrenting. I don't know. But this will exist. This will be the new version of fan fiction. Like, I don't know if any of you fucking dorks are into something like fan fiction. I'm not, but I'm sure some of you nerds are. And but fan fiction is a huge thing. Fanfiction.net, which is, I guess, one of the bigger fan fiction sites. I don't know. This is the first I ever even heard of it an hour ago. Over 61,000 entries for Star Wars alone. Okay? These will all now just be shorts and full-length movies. Avenger has over 52,000 entries. So this is clearly the future. This is what it is. And if you're into this stuff, it's awesome for you. You're like, I get a new Avengers movie once a week, probably. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's happening 100%. But I do still think, because you see a lot of these AI videos and you're like, they still have movie stars in them. Like, that's like the big appeal. They obviously don't hit as hard when it's just like random characters. So we will still need movie stars. But the question is, are really new movie stars being churned out the way they were, in the 2000s, 2010s? It doesn't seem like it. But that is the thing that is like the big selling point, is always like, oh, look, it's Brad Pitt fighting Tom Cruise, if you saw that video. But again, how long that will last, who knows? The first Star Wars movie, famously, was just literally a bunch of unknown actors. So what happens if a movie comes out that is so groundbreaking, similar to how the original Star Wars was, and then all these AI actors are actually the new celebrities. It's crazy even saying shit like this.